never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
What's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's going on, Fleece?
I'm enjoying myself. That's what's going on.
Well, you just got back from Dallas.
That's how I did.
You was in Dallas for about a week.
A week. Dallas, Texas.
And I want to give a shout out to a few people. They interviewed Fleece. Terrence Gangster Williams interviewed him again. 607 Unc interviewed him again. Real Life Street Stories interviewed him for the first time. And Joker with them has his own Prison Stories 101. He interviewed him too. So I want to give a shout out to all of them. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
They took care of him while he was there. They was professional. We really appreciate that.
And they say I played too much up in Dallas. You know me, I'm booty man. I got to run my mouth. I went to Walmart, man. I'm going to say this. And I'm just cracking a joke. You know, most of all the stores up there in Dallas is Mexican. They got the jobs. So I walked in there and I took his pipe. Had his head on too. I said, give me Homeland Security now. They all looked at me and they was running, bro. Everybody said, man, don't come up here and do that shit. Police, don't do that up here. I said, man, I'm just playing, man. I said, hey, I ain't ice, man. And they thought they were fleeing. But anyway, I got snowed in up in Dallas and I showed out up there, man. You know, I went up there and I knew the snow was coming, right? So it's vital on me to make sure I got the necessary means to survive a snowstorm, right? So across the street, they got these Rose Peak apartments. I was staying at the Rose Peak apartment across the street at the 7-Eleven, so I went across there, man. Bought $600 worth of groceries and food and water and all this stuff. You know, I ball like that. And so...
Man, when did you pick his pipe up?
Up there, man.
I'm already tired of it.
Why? I mean, the pipe ain't bothering you, right?
Jesus Christ. Can we start the interview?
Yeah, we're going to start this interview. I love y'all, miss y'all, man. Glad to be home, man.
You know, I listen to the interviews everybody else do, and I be waiting for them to ask some type of questions that's kind of different than most of the questions you already been asked. And I guess I interviewed you so much. I guess they, you know, we haven't even got there yet, so I guess it takes a while for people. But I wanted to ask you some questions to get some different answers to help these young people and these other people, man. I want to know. The first question I want to ask you is, that I've been thinking about is, what parts of you did you have to hide when you went to prison?
Shit.
I know the answer to it, but I want to hear it from you. What parts of you did you have to hide when you went to prison?
My weakness. You know, when you go to prison, anything weak about you, you try to hide, man. So that you want to look strong and fit in with the people that you think is strong, right? So it was my weaknesses. I wanted to have all of them. That's it.
What was your weakness?
A bunch. First of all, I was skinny.
Couldn't fight.
Couldn't fight. My waistline was like a 22. Fucking hips was like 28 to a 30. I'm like, all this hair and shit. Only thing I had is a mouth, a big mouth. You know, I can talk gangster. I can talk a lot of horror stuff. I can really destroy you with my mouth, that type. But I didn't have I had heart. So I just need to learn how to fight, man. And once I learn, man, it's on, nigga, whoever.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was you finished?
Yeah.
What did time teach you no one else could?
What, time in prison?
Mm-hmm. What did time teach you no one else could?
That I wasn't as tough as I thought I was. That's it. That shit there taught me, yeah. You know, you tough, but you ain't as tough as you thought you was. And I went in prison with fearless. I said, I'm fearless, man. It's not a damn thing in life that can scare me. But the whole time I was in her, man, I was really functioning out of fear. You know, this shit was taught me what nobody else could teach me, that yeah, there's a lot of things in life you will fear it and better. And you're not as tough as you think you are. You know, actually you dumb. And that's what prison taught me, man, how to see myself, right? You know, you got time. We don't want to look in the mirror. People don't look in the mirror at themselves every day and say, oh, man, I need to clean this up in myself, do this, do that. They just live life, right? Until somebody tell them about themselves. They don't even want to look in the mirror and see it for themselves. Somebody got to sit there and tell them, you wrong. You shouldn't be doing this or that, you know. So, and what they tell them they already knew, but they didn't want to face it. You know, prison will teach you or force you to look at yourself. It's going to come. You know, they come here, and I've seen people just, like one guy, he raped some girl on the street, man, just brutalized her, man. And he didn't have no remorse in court. He didn't have no remorse when he did it. You know, he had gratification, whatever you want to call it, but sitting in that, it took some years in prison before he finally looked in the mirror at himself and he cut his own throat. I'll never forget that, cut his own throat. Yeah. Yeah, spoke to me, Fleece. I said, yeah. He said, I'm looking in the mirror. I said, what you see? I'm cracking jokes. He said, I don't like what I see. I see who I was. I said, is that good or bad? Didn't hear nothing else. I heard a I said, who's that? Kind of fan out. He done cut his own throat, killed himself.
Right after he talked to you?
Yeah, right after he talked to me. Let me know he took a look at that mirror, bro. You got people running around now shooting and killing and all this, raping and forcing people to do shit. See, I know guys in prison, man, that was brutal with women out here. I mean, would smack them, talk to them like they whores and bitches. Went to prison and became a woman. And same way he talked to them girls, people are talking to him like that now. And sometimes people look in the mirror and you see how foul you are, how unreasonable, you know, and when you look in that mirror and see yourself for real, the truth, and you ready to see the truth, it'll change you, man.
What did you see when you looked in the mirror?
Nigga, I ain't see nothing but a dog, nigga, foul-ass nigga, man. I'm a person that needs restraint, man. My sins was reaching heaven. You know, I was getting visitations from God and spiritual forces in prison, right? My sins done reached the heavens. Now I got angels and stuff now coming down with warnings and giving me a path to go down, right? Because I done went too far, man, and so it ain't no human down here that can deal with me, man. You know, and my sins was like, I didn't care, man. I'm just getting worse and worse. I'm fighting, throwing shit, fucking and sex and just getting nasty in my attitude, man. Not even thinking about God, Jesus, how to live a good life, how to be nice. I was gone. I got visitations from angels and stuff, man. And then they like tipped my head towards that mirror, man. Look at yourself, bro. Is this you?
Did you ever look in the mirror and was proud when you was in prison?
Man, I looked in the mirror.
Was it ever a day where you looked in prison, you be like,
I'm saying,
I'm a bad dude, man. I'm him.
I created a mirror in my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I was this and that until you can go through life professing to be a lot of shit, but you gonna get tested on that someday. Somebody gonna test you to see on anything you say. If you tell a person I love you, you're gonna get tested. I'll be there for you, you're gonna be tested. I can fight, somebody gonna try you. And so, I'm the baddest motherfucker that ever walked this earth, is what I thought. I ain't scared of shit.
And when did you find out you wasn't?
When I went to prison. When I went to prison, I found out, Also, when I went to prison, I found out I'm not the worst, man. It's people in here, man. When you go down that road, but I'm not judgmental, sin's a sin, right? What does it look like if a person that is gay, but he don't commit no crimes or nothing, but he's gay, he's gonna criticize somebody that got locked up for robbery. Ooh, he's a criminal. Well, really, look at you. What are you? You're an abomination. So I'd rather be a criminal than that. That's how people look. But my point is this. Prison taught me to look at myself, to look at myself in truth, man.
Why did it take so long?
Because, hey, I wasn't in a situations that could bring it to my attention, right? Some situations can create situations and put you in the situations that will make you realize, this ain't me, man. Man, I pray to God, anything, God, if you give me another chance, please get me out of here. It'll make people do that. The hardest of the hard, man. I've seen bow their knees, man. Some the guys, some with a dick in their mouth. So, but I've seen them bow.
What habits kept you alive in prison?
Shit. Habits.
Yeah.
Shit, smoking, man. Smoking cigarettes, jacking off, fucking, sex, getting high, man. In prison, you in a world where it's a nut house. Hey, I'm telling you, smoke a joint in prison, man. You talk about some trip shit, man. You're going to see everything, right? You go in the bathroom, you see mama getting sucking dick, getting their ass tore out, kissing. Then you'll see a big fight around this corner. Then you'll see lady guards that act like an officer showing her titties to an inmate, and you'll see all kinds of stuff. You'll see, I saw one guy suck his own cock, and I'm just walking down the hall. I always take my shoes off when I walk down certain halls.
To metal.
Yeah, to metal. I want to see shit, right? So I'm that tight. I want to see all this shit, right? So I'm walking down the hall and I can hear him go. Man, he was tearing that motherfucker up. I said, who's that? I know somebody's sucking, right? Ain't nobody eating nothing in here. We don't have popsicles and all that shit, right? This is a prison. We ain't got none of that. So when I stopped and looked, he was just sitting on the bed like I'm sitting. A white dude. And could bend his body. Some people can do it, coquettes, they can do their limb.
Oh, yeah.
He just sat there. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm sucking my own dick. He said, I ain't gay, though. I said, let me see you do that again. He went down. He said, I can take it all the way to the sack. I said, let me see. He went all the way down. When he came up, I said, come over and get this, man. Nigga, get this. He got me, man. But he said, I ain't gay, man. I want to hear all that. Nigga, get me.
I got another question. Get off that shit. What emotions were dangerous to show in prison? What emotion you just couldn't show in there? It was too dangerous.
You know, passive. You know, you couldn't show. You know, you couldn't show nothing like you a rat. You know, I don't know. You couldn't be real emotionally. You can't be.
You couldn't care about nobody in there.
Right. Really, yeah. You can't be a lame ass nigga, man. You can't show that lame shit that they call lame shit like you really care and all this shit, right? You don't care. You know, they don't like lame shit like fake motherfuckers and shit, right? You know, you could come in there with that front shit, man. Like, you know, a motherfucker, you know, you meet some hard motherfuckers and I used to see a group of niggas sitting around eating and shit, man, come over bumming and shit, right? You know, hey man, can I get a sandwich? You know, lame shit, right? You know, how you did it was lame. Now, a motherfucker like me, I come over and say, give me that goddamn bread, nigga, and make me a sandwich. I'm not even there to grab the bread and make one, right? They know who I am. Now, I keep money. But you can't show weakness, weak emotions like, you know, you can care, man, but you can't be like, I don't know, man. I don't know, real gullible and shit, man.
Let me ask you this. What do you feel now that you couldn't afford to feel in prison? What emotion do you feel now in the free
That
world?
I can be myself.
You couldn't be yourself in there?
No, I got to force myself to be what I didn't want to be, right?
What's that?
You know, I want to just be a person, man. Treat everybody nice and kind, all this shit. Fuck all that fighting and shit. Just, you know, get along with motherfuckers and shit, man. Just do time, man. You know, get high, man. Live. All this other... I can, you know, and then you got to, whenever somebody hard come in, you know, even at the time where you feel relaxed, man, now there's some hard motherfuckers just come in, so you gotta harden back up and pretend like you still whatever, right? Or more than that. But out here in the real world, man, you can just be you, man. It's a lot better just to be able, you know, to say, I ain't in that life no more. I ain't in the street life no more. I don't have to pretend to be a gangster. I don't have to portray the gangster. You know, not pretend, but portray.
So in there, you got to pretend to be a gangster.
You got to portray it, though. You know, pretending ain't enough.
Which you gonna get tested on it, right?
Yeah, you gotta go there. You know, motherfucker come up, man. Hey, Fleece. Yeah, how may I help you? I'd like to do some business with you. All right, what kind of business? You got weed? First of all, I don't talk my business out like that. I don't know if you wearing or whatever. I ain't got shit. How about that? First of all, now if you want to do some business, you come to me and I'll tell you how it's done, right? How's that? You know, and then while we doing business, we we wanna hold up. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm recording right now.
Okay, call me when you get done.
Anything wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
All right. Sweet daddy will be there later. That's my wife. She always check in on me. You know, I got a security team. You know, it's part of my security team, my life.
Let me ask you this.
So,
who did you learn you could trust and who not in prison?
well, I learned in prison you can't really trust nobody, bro. You can only go by a person's name, little reputation and shit, right? Little dealings that you done heard about. Like, if I'm doing business with somebody, somebody gonna tell me who he is, right, from the jump.
And you gonna ask about him?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask about him and shit, fill him out, and we can do business, do some business. But I don't trust him, and I don't trust a person that. Cause I done seen people, man, tell on people, man. I done seen people that trying to get out of all the time they got would drill the new people coming in, man, out of information that they give to the police to bring them back to court to cut their time and shit, man. These motherfuckers in prison snitching and shit. And they getting down like that, man. And then, I don't know about in other prisons, but it got bad in the Kentucky prison system, man. It was just rats, just, you was outnumbered. So if you the type of person that say, man, if I see somebody's a rat, I'm gonna kill him. Well,
you'd have been killing all day, huh?
You would have, but you would have 1,000 life sentences because you would have to kill most of the prison. You know, and when you see that you outnumbered by the rats is more than the motherfuckers that is solid, you move away from because, you know, you can't discriminate. You can't say I'm going to get him and not get him like you picking your shots. You know, just keep them away from it. That's where everybody went, man. We just don't want them around us, man. And you only attack if they do that, right? And but as long as they can stay in their little red holes and stuff, you know, you cool.
When you was in there, you spent so much time in there, eventually you got to a point where people was coming to you for stuff. So what would they come to you for in there? What kind of advice? I know you had stores and stuff, but what kind of advice?
All kinds of advice, man. Advice on, I had sisters come to me wanting me to give them advice how to get away from the man that was, they didn't want to let him go, right?
How they know you can help with that?
Because they know people listen to me. I got pulled, man. My word is bond, man. I got the power to do it. In prison, it's just like, you know, the shit you see out here with President Trump and Putin and the Kissy and all them, you know, these big wheels, right? They calling the shots, right? They got they got.
Who did you name?
You know, Donald Trump,
Zelensky.
Yeah,
I think it's told a Z.
Yeah, Zelensky.
That's what threw me off. I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, but, you know, they big wheels in the world, man. They got the power, man, to have armies go to war, right, and do their biddings. Mm-hmm. You know, their word is what people go on. So in prison, I was like one of the big wheels, man, where my word was bond like that, right? I can go to war now. Just say it.
They said you was respectful, but I didn't know about tell me you was one of the big wheels in there.
I was a big wheel.
That's kind of new to me.
Bad motherfucker, nigga.
That's kind of new to me.
Nigga, move, nigga.
What does loyalty mean to you now?
What it always meant, right? You know, loyalty means to me now, it don't change. It's important. It's one of the fabrics that is woven together with any relationship I have with anybody, man. Loyalty is key, man, most important, man. Without it, who can you trust, man, really? I mean, who can you really rely on, man? I mean, if a person ain't gonna be loyal, like, loyalty is like, it depends the boundaries, how you set it, right? What it is to you, what it is to somebody else is different. But to me, it means to just be true, man. Be true and stay real. You know, that's it. Be true and stay real. And be able to do it.
Oh, Lord. Since you've been out and you know that you're pretty, you're known, how do you decide who gets access to you?
I don't. You know, my fans, man, I got fans everywhere in the millions, man. And wherever I go, man, they see me in stores, getting out of a car or whatever. They run to me, man. And I don't stop access to none of them, man. I greet them nice and talk to them and stuff, right? I give them their content, right? And so I don't try to stop access to me. I welcome it.
So you give access to anybody?
Anybody come to me, heavily elated, and I give you rest, buddy. I like it.
So how could your experiences help someone else in prison?
It can help a lot of people, man, because your life is on the line. See?
Every day.
Every day. Every day.
I think that's the part that's left out when we have these discussions.
Your life is on the line, buddy, when you go in them places. It's on the line, man. You can go in there as a nice person, man, and just your niceness will get you killed. You know, like you want to speak nice to everybody. You might speak nice to somebody that everybody says is a rat or no good, right? Until you speak to them, they're going to take it out on you, right? So, it's not a nice place, man. No prison where you got a whole bunch of men just packed in like in a can of sardines, man. How can it go well? How can a group of a bunch of men put in a box, man? How can you even figure it out, man, that they won't just go nuts, right? Bunch of men squeezed in a box, man, just dumping them in there. And all of them coming in there with different personalities, different characters. He might be gay, he might be a gangster, he might be a killer, he's a sadist, he's a whatever. And you got them all in a box, man. Put me in the circle, though. I run all you motherfuckers.
What part do you take responsibility for today?
I take responsibility for all my actions that I done, right? Now, I did wrong on the street, and the court says put me in prison. I didn't put me in. I didn't even think I deserved prison, but I went in. But I don't blame my mama, my daddy, my society, the school that I never got to attend, the upbringing. I blame me. When you are saying, man, when you able to know right from wrong, you know this is wrong, this is right, and you able to make the distinctions, man, and you choose to do wrong. You choose to hang with a bad group of people that you know is bad. You choose to go have somebody rob a place. You choose to, even though this girl you think was teasing you, you chose to rape her. You chose to do this, to do that, to commit a horrific act of violence towards somebody. When you choose to do something, it's on you, buddy. It ain't on mama, daddy, nobody. You can't, I'm going to jail because my daddy beat shit out of me when I was 6. Man, fuck that. Oh, Phil, ain't nobody on that feel sorry for me stuff, man. I ain't never been on it. I accept the blame for my actions, right? I did it. Nobody made me do it. I don't care if somebody spit in my face. If I chose to kill him, I did it. I can't say he made me do it. I did it. I think that's what he deserved.
How do you make peace without destroying yourself?
By accepting the truth. That's it. when you accept when you say I accept the truth of things, right? The truth. Not no bull crap you trying to make up or justify. When you know the truth, man, what I did yesterday, the way I spoke to so-and-so, it was wrong, man. I've been running around with this grudge in me while I've been holding it toward this person for years. The truth said, make amends, bro. Call the person or make a schedule appointment where y'all can sit down and squash all that, right? When you accept the truth, man, that you should be true to your wife, man, or your family, or she should be true to you, or you should be a man and go get you a job, man. When you accept the truth, man, it'll put you at peace, man.
So in prison, when you was in there, y'all had all the drugs and all that stuff a person could want, right? You didn't?
The security in prison was so tight. Let me tell you about the prison I was in. They security, they can have anybody the Trump throw in there, terrorists and everything. They got security like you never seen.
Well, how was you able to get the guards to bring you all that stuff?
That's what I'm saying. Shit. Duty. Without their duty, we'd have went to Dry County, man. I the only one, and people were loving that. They said, man, why don't you throw shit on him? I said, well, I'm going to break him. And I get paid to do that shit too, right? And then break them down, and they bringing in drugs. But the security in that prison, only a person like Fleece Johnson and maybe one other person I can think of is white.
Who?
Bobby Bruce could penetrate their security.
Was he the guy on death row?
No, Bobby Bruce is a white dude, man, that if he's ever interviewed, man, he was like nice looking white man and built turned into a boxer. He was Bob Bruce, man. He stabbed up at penitentiary, man, and he'll fight straight up. I can fight with weapons, right? And all the white boys in there, man, they honored him, and he got along with black guys too, man. He fought some too, and yeah. He could penetrate them guards just like I could.
What was he doing to him? He wasn't throwing duty on him.
He wasn't throwing Bobby Bruce. He had a daddy killer reputation, right? They know him, right? And he in prison, man. If he didn't have Percocet, pills and shit.
Percocet, yeah.
He's that man. But somebody gonna get stabbed up and all this shit, right? He clocks like that, and so. They kept him wired up with whatever he wanted, man.
You ever had to run in with him?
Well,
you here talking to me probably now.
Yeah, me and Bobby Bruce, we had words before.
You got lucky in that one, look like.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. He's the one that I told you that had that butcher knife, a Davy Bowie knife, brand new. And they don't have that shit in prison. We out there on the walk, and he walked up in back of me, man. Said, Fleece Johnson. I told him, I said, what's up, Bob? He said, I really don't like your black ass. Straight up. So I turned and square off, right? I said, his feelings mutual. He said, this pig gave me some money.
Oh, okay.
And some drugs to take this and stab you to death, right? He said, but I'm not like it.
You know what Gord did it?
He wouldn't tell me because they got him now constantly bringing shit to them, right?
Yeah.
Because they got something on him. They got what he gave them. They got something else to keep him. Because he stopped and they just said, we're going to turn this in. They know it came from you. Shit like that. So I asked him, I said, who was it? He said, he said, I know you'll kill that pig, Fleece. He said, we respect you because, you fight these guards.
So that's what kept you alive, because you fought the guards.
Yeah, I was hard, man. There nobody like police is in prison, man. You go to prison talking about you like cops, man. You out of here, bro. Yeah, you out of here. I'm fighting the shit out of him. Motherfucker. Go walked up on Bobby and them one day. He was giving handcuff Bobby Bruce, right? And I wanted to show Bobby how hard I really am, right? Cause he said, he could have stabbed me.
I know, but who you standing talking to if somebody can walk up behind you? Who was you standing talking to?
No, I was trying to get some ass, man.
And that person didn't tell you that somebody's walking up behind you?
That person, the way we was standing, man, you don't.
You making excuses.
Well, whatever, man, but what I'm saying
He almost got you, though, is what I'm saying.
He could have got me.
I know, you talk to somebody that ain't got your back?
He could have. I don't hang with nobody in prison, first of all. I tell them niggas in there, I don't need none of you motherfuckers to have my back. I got my own back, right?
Yeah, you didn't have your back at that?
Yeah, I didn't. But look at it, it worked out. But this day here, a guard was getting ready to lock him up, man, on the loop. A guard said, stand up, turn around, and get handcuffed. I said, what's up, Bobby? He looked at me, and I seen how high he was, right? And I seen he had something in his mouth that he was trying to get out, right? Probably a bag of them pills or something, right? So I said, you ain't going nowhere, man. Take him handcuffs, man, and stick him up your ass. He said, Johnson, get over here. I said, shut up, bitch. And I popped him. Pop. Hit the guard, right? I said, you bitch. And he got off. I said, get on that ground, whore. And Bobby Bruce was going up the hill laughing and shit, like. So pretty soon, here come a whole bunch of guards. I'm out there fighting. They take me to the hole. Like,
they beat the brakes off of you.
They ain't do shit.
They beat the brakes off you that day.
No, they didn't, bro.
I bet they did.
No, they did not.
I heard they beat the brakes off of you a few times in there. See, you don't never talk about that stuff. I heard about it.
Man, I ran that shit, man.
You did, but when they got a hold of you, they beat the brakes off of you.
Shit, man. They had one time.
Here we go. One time.
What they used to do to try to make something albums, like when I threw shit on them in the hole, when they get the handcuffs on me, open my door, pull me out, instead of walking me down the hall, they try to run me. They running with me and all that shit, all that old shit. I got leg shackles on my ankles, mother cutting my ankle, right?
Yeah, you fall face first.
Then throw me down the step, pick me up and all that shit. That's all. That's 5 day goal.
Ain't that enough?
Hell no.
Threw you down some steps.
Man, they swung me one time like this. I'm handcuffed and shit. They said 1, 2, whoo. I went sailing up in the air, flipping, man. Boom. Hit them steps. They come down, I'm swinging billy clubs and shit. But they didn't hit me. The club, I moved my head and all that. Then
come on, man. Stop, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Stop, man.
That's what happened with Ezel, bro. I told you that.
So I know, but you just never get hit.
I did not get hit.
Stop it, man. Stop it. That don't even sound right.
No, it don't.
You hit them steps, though.
Yeah, and that hurt. But you train yourself. And then when the senior captain was coming in to make rounds, he ran down the stairs. He the one that stopped him. He said, get him up and put him in the cell. Cause he was determined he's gonna get me.
Was you bleeding anything?
Huh?
Was you bleeding?
My ankles and shit, man. Yeah, I had little scrapes and shit like that, but that ain't shit, man. You know, when they threw me in the cell and shut the door and got the handcuffs off, I said, I'm gonna get you, man. You know, get all of y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna get you, right? My word. And then the senior captain talked to me what happened. And I tell him, he said, I get it straight. And he'll go work something out for me. And they'll leave me down there for a couple of hours. Senior captain said, no, I'm putting him back upstairs. Sometime it happens, man. But I got him back. You know where I grow from? What kept me in prison, my main thing to a survivor was get your lick back. It ain't never over until you get your lick back. You do something to me, man, it's like I gotta get that back, bro. I gotta get that lick back. I don't care if it's a guard, warden, whatever, right? And they knew me by that. If I tell them I'm gonna get you, they know I'm gonna get
You might have been the first YN, man.
The first who?
YN.
What is that?
Young nigga. You know how they be calling the young dudes YNs?
I was. They know first I could have been. I was the first Wayne. I was. Booty man, nigga.
That's not a compliment, I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying it is to me, right? It's like
It's still a compliment?
Man, it's like you ever seen them generals in the army got them all the decorations and shit on them. That's part of it. I ain't into it, but yeah, the flags is there, bro.
Ask you another question before we get out
First
of here.
in was booty man, nigga. Yeah.
What does a good day look like for you now?
Man, just to wake up, got my coffee waiting on me, go in there, pull that skillet out, put some sausages in this one, put this skillet right there, cause I always separate, I don't use the same grease, right? I put my eggs in, I got my special butter for the eggs, right? And you know, the eggs,
Your special butter?
Yeah, special butter you put in there, man. Like you can use, what's that butter?
I can't believe it's not butter.
Imperial. You can use,
You said special butter.
yeah. It's a butter. Our butter don't taste the same.
Well, what's a special butter? You make it sound like something you mix together.
No, This butter, man, it's a special brand of butter, a brand butter that I use, and I use a little chunk of it, so when it melt, it'll make the juiciness of the eggs. You know, you pack the juice in there, right? And you got that, man, it's look incredible taste. And and then I put my biscuits, Which
ones? The homemade biscuits?
The homemade biscuits I made. I got my all-purpose self-rising flour, and I got I got a certain box of biscuit I mix, and then I...
Hold on, biscuit. What you mixing? I thought you said you made it from scratch.
Look,
now it's coming out.
Look, they got baking mix. Ain't nothing from scratch. If you're going to do it from scratch, you're going to make your own baking powder. You're going to make all that from scratch. See, ain't nothing from scratch.
They do make it. They do make their own.
Nah, they ain't nobody make their own
It's people that make biscuits. They don't buy...
They don't make their own
they'll buy the flour, but they're...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you buy the flour, then it ain't no... If you want to get texture, it ain't no from scratch shit.
It's still from scratch.
So...
Yours don't be from scratch.
I only use flour.
And a can of biscuits that you try to mix it
No biscuit can.
Man, you mix biscuits. I know
don't
you do.
use biscuits like that, man. I take it and I use what I use, I put milk in mine and stir it and get it like it be all over your hand and put a little more. And then I put my flour out. See, that's what's going to dough it up. I put it right there and put a little flour, then the flop it. Then you feel the thickness of it. Flop it around, flop it. Take my little pen and roll it. Flop it, put a little more powder over it and get it, then pat it, roll it, then take my little cup thing.
Ain't you supposed to let it sit for a period of time?
No, I take my little cup thing and squeeze out the biscuits, right?
You use a little glass cup?
Yeah, and go...
glass.
Yeah, and I get the biscuits out. Now over here, I got my pan right here. I got a long sheet pan, and I take aluminum foil, put in it, though. Like, and I take my spray...
Your Pam.
And spray it, and then I touch the biscuit. They always got to touch. That's the secret of it.
What?
What they touch when you put them in, you still separate them, you touch them together.
Why?
They say that's
Who's they?
Well, I read about it.
You Googled it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
anybody can make it. You over Googling. I thought you
So
was...
fuck that, man. So I got
Man.
that on the oven, and so I'm not. I set it at 375, man.
Mr. Dash.
And then next thing you know, I go back to my sausages. Go back to I love this screw. I don't let nothing stick. I scoop my eggs in the middle of the pan because I don't want it to stick to the side where it leaves a little thin thing. So I keep it like that. And flip. Go look at the sausages and all that. And then you know what?
You don't put no cheese on your eggs or nothing?
Yeah, well I do. I get the Kraft cheese, right? After I bring the eggs out. I don't do it while they cooking, right? I put them on a plate first, right? I take the cheese and lay it right there on top of it. And then in about a minute, it'll melt all the way through it on its own. It's a badass shit, man. It's a good motherfucking mixture, man. And then I bring them up. I got this little pot right here boiling. It's for my grits. You know, so right here, this pot is my coffee water. Oh, my coffee pot is whistling. So I'm ready, man. Then I bring out my, you know, some people use jelly. Grape, strawberry, peach, and all this. Man, I got
Man, your biscuits, they don't even rise. I thought they stayed flat. Yours?
Yeah, they rise.
Yours rise?
Rise, boy. I sat there, I turned that stove light on, I peeked down in it.
How many times did you mess up making those before you got it
A
right?
whole lot. Man, I used to waste boxes of flour and different stuff, man, trying to make biscuits. It used to frustrate me. I got to throw it all in the garbage, Now I got it down pat. Woo. And then I make that gravy. But on this meal, I got...
Hold on. You make gravy?
Yeah, but I ain't good on it yet. I ain't good on gravy yet.
So how you eating it? Your gravy ain't good.
How eating what?
Your biscuits and gravy. Your gravy and biscuits, whatever.
No, I ain't talking about. I was talking about that on a later date. But this one meal I'm cooking. The only thing I used extra was grits.
Oh, okay.
I got my grits, so now when I go to cook, the table is nice and stuff, and I always say my prayer before I eat. And my wife, she sat down. I do her plate, do mine, put the stuff on her. Bring out the napkins and stuff, the juices, the milk. Then I pour the coffee and get the sugar and stuff ready for that stirring. Then I look, all the biscuits is ready. Look how boy, they done rose like that, woo. And then I go take and flip them out, pop them open, throw a little butter inside of it a little, right? Because sometimes I take butter and make butter a liquid and pour it like on the outside. But then bring hers over. I said, I'm going to try it with 2 first. And I'm going to put 3 on mine. Then I go get the sausages and stuff. I got them in different places. She sitting there. So we hold hands now. Say my little grace. And hey, I watch them. Yeah. See, I use on my biscuits. Man, I can't remember the name of that.
Cause you lying?
No, I'm not. But anyway, man,
right.
I use a lot of syrup too. I mean, not syrup, but honey. I use honey a lot on everything, really. I usually can't eat a meal without it, right? Just dough honey over something, man, and eat it, man, with it. Eggs, whatever, sausages, biscuits.
Well, I'm glad you back from Dallas.
Yeah, I'm back from Dallas, man, and I did some good content up there. And so...
Well, we ain't gonna give it away, but...
No, we ain't gonna give it away, but I did good content, and I'm glad to be here, man. The first YN in the world, Booty Man, out.
In a new spell. life-changing. When your eyes meet mine, the room goes still, like the world holding breath for what we feel. Chills rise slow like waves on skin. Every nerve awake when you lean in. Heartbeat talking in a silent tongue. Every look says what we're becoming. No rush, no race, just gravity pulling every part of you to me. Your hair finds mine, fingers intertwine. Time is ours between the lines. Every cell knows what to do. Diving deep, just being close to you. When our souls touch, sparks in the dark. Loving nights before the start. Loose ones running, hearts collide. We don't fall, we dive inside. When our souls touch, nothing else exists. It's just a moment, sealed with a kiss. This ain't lust, this ain't pretense. It's real love making from within. Your warmth melts the space between. Silky moves, slow and clean. Every motion smooth, like oil on flame. No resistance, just rhythm and faith. Breath on breath, we synchronize. Fire rising behind closed eyes. No words needed, we already know where this feeling wants to go. Skin to skin, the tension hums. I count down before the liftoff comes. Locked so tight, we break the mold. Two spirits young, two hearts bold. Our souls to the sparks in the dark. Loving nights before the start. Goosebumps running, hearts collide. We don't fall, we dive inside. When our souls touch, nothing else exists. It's the moment, sealed with a kiss. This ain't lust, this ain't pretend. It's real love making from within. Slow was you when you say my hand. Heaven found in the heel of the flame. No ceiling where we rise at high. We long string straight into the sky. It's more than skin. It's where forever starts to begin.